Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Golden Sun, Dark Dawn. In the last episode, we went into the depths of the Belinsk ruins, and we confronted Chalice and Blados and Arcanus. And unfortunately, we couldn't stop Ryukiao from activating the alchemy dynamo in the depths of the ruins, and the tower activated. And we left the tower, and now our next objective is to actually go to the castle itself to see if we can save Ryukiao's sister and Eoleo. But if you come up here to the castle, it says, "My orders are to let you pass. Please head on in. The masked man whom the king favors ordered us to let you pass. How do you know him?" I don't think we know him by choice, in a way, but now we can actually have access to the castle itself. We haven't been able to actually go inside the castle, so this is the first time we've ever actually gotten a chance to go in. So, anyways, now that we are here, we have an option here. It says, "By order of the great masked warrior, you're allowed to enter the castle. Be grateful he deemed you worthy." I'm sure. But this castle actually has a couple things inside of it that we need to actually go and kind of explore a little bit. Let's go and, it says, "My apologies, sirs and madams, but only the king is allowed into this area." Well, I'm going to go upstairs anyways. There's actually something here that you can actually do. It says, "I don't know where you're going, but this isn't the way there. Go back and find the right way." Alright, well, I'll do that. But for right now, just keep in mind of that bell that I just passed. We're going to be coming back to that here in a little bit. But first, we're going to go ahead and take care of, well, plot things. So, the first things first, we need to go into this room up here. And as soon as we go in here, there's a cutscene that plays. "Young one, look!" Who's there? Hou Ju. Ryukiao, is that really you? I assure you it is, and we are here to rescue you, my lady. That voice! Hou Zhen, I'm so glad you're here. Now we just have to break open this lock somehow. Do not trouble yourselves. I will I'll be happy to open it for you. My dear brother! That's Volchek, the king of Belinsk. Brother? But I thought Savetta's brother was Volchek, yes. King Volchek? Why are you here? Why so nervous, little sister? I won't bite. I just heard that you had activated my tower, and I came to thank you. I don't think you know what that is, Volchek. It hurts me that you don't believe anything I've said. Perhaps this will convince you of my sincerity? He actually let her out. Humph, maybe he's telling the truth. Quiet, he'll hear. Ryukiao. Hou Ju. My lady. Ah, lovely and touching reunion. Still, I imagine Eoleo would appreciate it if you wrap things up and release him. Who are you? I know that voice anywhere. I'm glad it's not been so long that you'd forgotten me. Hopefully you remember your lessons as well. It's Kraden. He finally came. I'm sorry it took me so long to get here. I hope you haven't been waiting around for me. I'd say maybe about a few episodes, like about 10 episodes we've been waiting for you. Good to see you again, sir. The sentiment is quite mutual, Reef. You look well. Kraden, was it? Your name is familiar. Have we met before? Ah, greetings, King Volchek. I am Kraden, Scholar of Alchemy. During your father's reign, I had the pleasure... Of course, Master Kraden, I remember now. You once visited my father along with the warriors of Vale. Yes, your father was a great help with us obtaining the Mountain Rock Feather. My father had great respect for his skilled warriors. He spoke of your visit often with great warmth. Not surprising, given that it gave him a chance to meet perhaps the greatest warriors in the world. I was greatly saddened to hear the former king and queen's death. I grieve for your loss. Thank you. It was a terrible blow. But where are my manners? I have not greeted your friends. My apologies. I should have introduced the heirs of the Warriors of Vale. Is that so? My associates didn't mention that they were such august lineage. I'll wager there's much more that they have neglected to tell you. I'm sorry about that, guys. Another sneezing fit. I always seem to have those during the recordings. Just my luck, huh? Indeed. Would you elaborate? To start, there is the Eclipse Tower. Alright, so let's see what the Eclipse Tower is. This lighthouse-like structure is hidden away in Belinsk's ruins. That was the tower we activated last episode. Okay, so that's what the name of it is. Oh, so you know Luna Tower's original name. You are indeed well-versed in ancient lore. Enough to know the other epithet, the Hungering Place, and to know that activating it was a tragic error. That is enough. This country suffered more foreign rule of 10 long years. Morgul had no choice but to arm itself. Only with the power of the ancients we can subjugate Sana and Bilibin before they return us to slavery. But why ally yourself with those foul Tuparong? No more questions. This audience is over. Your pirate friend is in the cell across the way. Take him and be gone. Man, he didn't really want to hear anything about that. Man, he just mentioned that, oh, that was kind of a mistake activating that, and man, he just flat out just got pissed. You know what I mean? He got really upset that we questioned that. Volchek. Miss Savetta, was it? Your brother is much deceived. That tower is not a weapon. At least, not in the sense that he believes. Then what is its purpose? Unfortunately, a full explanation would take more time than we have. Suffice to say, the tower is no weapon. Excuse me, Kraden. If I may ask, what took you so long? Regrettably, that explanation will also have to wait. Let's rescue Eoleo and be on our way. I know 3 Sonins. I don't know. Are they part of your group now, Matthew? Not really. We're really just tagging along, sir. We needed Matthew's help in order to save my sister. You could say that. Yeah, you talk like you used us, in a way they did, in my honest opinion. Good. If your goal has already been accomplished, I suggest you flee Belinsk at once. Flee? But why, Kraden? Yeah, are we suddenly in danger or something? Flee Belinsk? Why must they leave? Please, Kraden, explain. He probably doesn't. It sounds like it's really urgent, so I think we should heed his advice. I mean, he is a scholar after all. Activating Luna Tower was a terrible mistake, and one that will likely bring calamity to the world. This is primarily my instinct speaking, but that tower closely resembles an elemental lighthouse. And when those lighthouses were activated, the consequences were disastrous and far-reaching. You three don't appear to be adepts. In the disaster I fear, you will likely not survive. Be as it may, I have decided to follow Matthew through any danger to repay him for his help. I don't think that's a good idea either. Ryo-Kyo, we all appreciate your sense of honor, but please listen to Kraden. This could be a fatal mistake. Yeah, after you just saved your sister? And you just reunited with your sister. If you part ways again, I imagine she'll worry she'll feel. Yeah, my point exactly. Our job right now is to deal with this tower thing. Your job is to protect your sister. Ryo-Kyo, we haven't worked to reunite you and your sister, so you can throw your life away now. That's good idea. They should all heed his advice and leave. We are in debt to you, all of you. I mean, after all, it's better be safe than sorry, right? I wish it could be otherwise, but farewell. Now, let's go get Eoleo out of his cell. Kraden, you should know, we were involved in the tower's activation. I thank you for your honesty, but I believe you bear less blame than you might think. I have suspected for some time that someone has been manipulating you and your actions. Really? Who? I refer to that masked man you've encountered several times now. Oh, you mean that scum Arcanus? Arcanus? Is that what he's calling himself now? Why would he choose that name? Oh, of course, that makes sense. Very droll. This is actually kind of funny. I don't think Kraden ever brings this up, but considering Blados and Chalice's name, and then our masked friend naming himself Arcanus, those are all, I forget what the terminology is. They're all like tarot card characters in a way. Like the first thing that comes up to my mind is Persona. You know how Persona are based off of tarot cards and stuff like that. That's kind of how I think that, like, a lot of these names come from that. So I think that's why he named himself Arcanus, because it kind of goes with the theme that Blados and Chalice have. So that's I don't think they mention that, but it's kind of a fun fact I kind of want to mention. So naturally, if he's going to associate with the Tuparong... forgive me. I was lost in thought, but we really mustn't dawdle it any longer. Eoleo's cell should be located on the other side of the castle. We must go with all haste. Okay, so we have to go free Eoleo. But first, let's go inside Hou Ju's cell and look in... I think it's not in this box. It's actually in this pot right here. There's an apple inside. So let's go ahead and use that real quick. I'm going to go ahead and give it to... I'll give it to Savannah for right now. But there's a couple of other items that we need to go and pick up if we can. First things first, let's go down here. We're going to go into this room right here. And inside this pot, there is 20 coins. And then finally, if we go all the way up here, there's going to be another pot right here that has another item. And it's an oil drop, which is just a common item right here. But as soon as you go outside, there's Eoleo. He's in his cage. Get me down from here! Alright, alright. Let's just settle ourselves down for a second. I'm gonna slap some sense into you. Cast slap on his cage and that'll free him. Ouch! Now we have to go down below to get him. But before we do, there's actually something I kind of want to grab before we leave. Because there's really not much in Belinsk Castle, except for, like, one thing in particular. Now, if you go downstairs, this actually leads you to the other end of the Belinsk ruins we couldn't reach. So that's kind of, like, funny that they put that there to kind of indicate, oh, that was where the Belinsk Castle was. So if we go outside real quick, go down this way. And if you guys remember that bell I mentioned earlier to keep mindful of, we come over here and talk to him. He says, how could a tower cause some great catastrophe? Listen to what you're saying, friend. Oh, I don't... He's not going to say anything important. But what we need to do is we need to actually go and slap this bell. Cast slap on the bell, and I'll activate it. And it's kind of funny because the guy's like, what? Wait, what was that? And he'll move from his guard post to investigate this bell. You must hurry while he's doing that to get inside the room. Go inside the room and, I can't seem to locate him anywhere. But if you go outside, upstairs, you're going to lead you to the very top of Belinsk Castle. And right here is a treasure chest. And actually, it's a very good item, and I really strongly suggest you pick it up right now. These are the Beast Knuckles. The Beast Knuckles are probably the only weapon you're going to get for Sabetta for a very long time. See, look how much increased attack it does. It increases her attack from 85 to 120. So it's best to get this as best as you can. And speaking of which, let me go see if I need to heal everybody real quick. Everybody's HP is at maximum. Let me change my roster here. Let's go, and I'm going to have... Let's put Sabetta in right here. I kind of want to use Sabetta for a little bit because we didn't really get a chance to use her for a while, so... Alright, so I'm going to go, and now we can leave Belinsk Castle. So if you just leave that guard there, he's just going to look at everything. Actually, let's not go leave it there. We can't leave poor Eoleo down there hurt on the ground. So let's go through here, and then this will lead us down here. We can actually go and finally get Eoleo to be alright. So, is this the part where I'm supposed to thank you guys? Yeah, I think it is, since you're not all boiled right now. Would me saying thanks make you feel good about yourself, like a big boy? I knew saving a pirate was a waste of our time. Let me guess, you're from a Eoleo, right? Yes, why? Nothing, I just never saw an Eoleo wear real clothes before. Are you trying to start a fight, you despicable thug? That is enough. Kraden's like, we need to get going, guys. Come on, we can't do this. We don't have to have the luxury of arguing right now. Our world needs us. You! Do you actually know Kraden? Yeah, he does. You were with the Warriors of Vale. I'll always remember that. I am truly impressed. You were but a toddler when we last met. And that face. It's been 30 years, but you look exactly the same. How? You should know it's not polite to stare at the elderly. Seriously though, can anyone tell me why he looks exactly the same? Apparently, something about the Golden Sun kept Kraden and the Warriors of Vale from getting old. If that's true, I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. Don't be. It's true that I don't age, but it's not quite as glamorous as it sounds. Yeah, it must stink to get to live forever after you're already super old. That's enough about me. We need to get out of Belinsk as soon as possible. Not that I want to stay or anything, but what's the rush? That's the rush. Solar eclipse. Luna will soon blot out Sol entirely. What's going on here? And what will happen then? Wow. What is that energy coming off the tower? The sun is being swallowed up by the moon. This can't be connected. Matthew, we need to get to the pier immediately. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We know how the game got so happy-go-lucky. They had some moments where it's just like, oh, that's kind of out of the ordinary. I'm gonna be quite honest with you guys. I'm not being literal when I say this or punny. The game just got a lot darker. And you'll see it soon here in a little bit. There is a giant mood whiplash right now. And you'll understand it when you get to this part. So we need to get going now. This eclipse is bad. As soon as you start to head towards the ship, it's gonna get worse. What's wrong, Savetta? My spirit sense energy is activating itself without my will. Alright, so let's see what spirit sense energy is. This wind-based psi energy allows users to read minds. Only Savetta can wield this power, though Ivan and Sheba are also known to have a similar ability. So that's pretty much allow you to read minds like in the other games. Brother. Volchek. You say the creatures are in here? Yes, Your Majesty. We just managed to corral them inside. Then why is it so quiet? You are quite certain they're still in here? Yes, sire. After the monsters attacked our citizens, we drove them in here. It was a vicious battle, my liege. Many men were wounded. It's almost a miracle that we were able to corner them, but we did it in the end. I see. Thank you for your heroic efforts, gentlemen. You have done well. Still, the silence disturbs me. How can so many monsters not make any noise at all? Have they somehow fled without our noticing? Highly unlikely, sire. An ant wouldn't squeeze through the perimeter we've established. Your Majesty? Sire, please don't go in. It's too dangerous. What are you doing? Your Majesty! You may stay here if you lack the courage to follow me in. And they all go inside to face their doom. King Volchek, Silence! Listen. Is that a violin? No! It's an entire string section. I hear it. Yeah. They're just playing music? It's pretty. This feels wrong. The door! And now the brass section joins in. The curtains are about to open. Weapons at my ready, men. And with that, the monsters... Stop! What happened just now? Savetta? Savetta? Savetta! Savetta, are you alright? I think so. The image of King Volchek. Did you conjure that? Image? You mean you saw what's happening at the Opera House too? You think Volchek sent you that image? Maybe he's asking for your help. Matthew, we need to get to the Opera House with all haste. This little cutscene indicated something that's completely optional. You do not have to go to the Opera House at all. But honestly, if you're trying to 100% this game, you're going to go to that Opera House. Because that Opera House actually holds a summon tablet. And just like I mentioned in the last episode, how points no return 3 and 4 are very close together, we're coming to the 4th point of no return. But as you guys can see, the horror! The horror! We saw the shadow of a moon, and then the monsters were on us. This eclipse that's happening right now has pretty much like claimed the lives of a lot of people in town. It says, I regret nothing. Fight bravely, King Volchek. He caught me off guard, and now I have to pay for it. There are monsters running around in the town. And not just any monsters. This is going to be the part where the difficulty starts to ramp up. When you're in the Eclipse area, these monsters are actually kind of tough. I can't find my children. Oh my gosh. That is horrible. Here's the monsters right here. The Dark Scuttlers. We're going to be running into these guys a lot. And as you guys can see, the battle theme has changed a lot too. These monsters are a lot tougher than common enemies we've run into so far. So, be on the lookout when you're running around in the Grave Eclipse area. I'm going to cast Wind Slash. There we go. Alright, so these guys are going to... They're going to hit hard, too, if you're not careful. Alright. Dark Scuttler attacks for 58 damage. Okay, Meltdown. Boom! There we go. Kill both of them. Alright, so they give it a lot of experience, too, if you couldn't tell. So, if you really need to grind at this point, this is probably the best way you can grind right now. But as of right now, if you need to get that one Genie that we got last episode, I really strongly suggest you do so. Because, gosh, it's going to be hard already to get all the Genie here. Because there's going to, I hate saying it this way, but there's corpses lying in the streets that block your pathway. And it becomes a lot harder to traverse around in this area. So, just keep in mind out whenever you're out here looking. I'm going to go Beast Form real quick. Cast Mother Gaia. Kill these Scuttlers here. Transport Beast Mode. Karis is getting the brunt end of this. Holy crap. I'm going to have to heal Karis here. Alright. So I'm just going to go ahead and attack all these monsters. Double deck. Man, I didn't even get to use it on Beast Mode. That's okay. Right, Karis grew to level 29. Okay, awesome. Savetta grew to level 28. Good. Alright. But as you guys can see, there's corpses lying around that says the remains of some unfortunate soul. Now, I'm going to be, there's going to be something else here. Even on dead bodies, and you have to keep this in mind too. It says it right here. You can use the mind read on dead corpses. It says, here it is. It says, send someone's heart, even beyond death. So you can actually mind read the corpses here, and they'll give you, they'll give you something to read back. It says, nothing like a nice lie down to relax you. Probably time to get up now. Why can't I move? Oh my gosh. I forgot how morbid that sounds. That must be the worst feeling ever. Okay, I'm gonna try to get around to go to the Oh gosh, this becomes really hard to navigate in a way because killing trying to get past this part with all the corpses on the ground becomes really hard to go and get to the opera house. But you can actually go straight for the pier, and that it'll carry on like normally. But you want to go to the opera house to get a special item. Okay. Tyrell grew level 28, 29, Amity grew level 27. And we got a Weasel's Claw from that. Alright, so I'm gonna try to get over there real quick. Okay. Alright, let's try and get up here. And go around here. I think this is how you're supposed to do it, because there's corpses all over town square and you can't, like, do anything. I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna keep going and casting Gaia and stuff like that. Nova, there we go. I need to heal, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm going to Beast form real quick. There we go. Healthy Wind. Go cast Beast form. Alright. You wouldn't think that there would be like monsters and evil deities coming out on the night prowl and slaughtering the whole entire citizenry of Belinsk. So this got, like I said, this game got a lot more morbid than its happy tone usually gives you. Let's go ahead and I'm going to keep healing real quick. I'm going to Rampage. There we go. I'm running out of Psi energy points, so this is turning out really bad for Matthew anyways. There we go. Rampage is so helpful. There we go. So that is really overpowered. Matthew reached to level 30. Okay, good. Alright. Now, we need to hopefully get over to the opera house. And then come down here this way. There we go. See, like, all these corpses keep, like, blocking pathways. Alright, let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and just... Oh, let's do Beast Form again. This is a good way to gain experience points if you need it. Blood Curdle. Okay. Bellows a Blood Curdle. I don't know what effect that does to you, but it's very... It like attacks multiple people. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to Rampage. Just kill all the enemies here. Boom! There we go. I killed one of them. Savetta's Beast Form is really good, and I like it. So, I usually just keep that in mind when, I like, having her on most of my team most of the time, because she does a lot of damage. She's a glass cannon in a way. Alright, so now let's go up to the opera house. Alright, as soon as you get in here, the music starts playing and it gets really, really weird. My granddaughter, where is she? And as you can see, the monsters are on the stage, and the forces that are protecting King Volchek are all dead. They block your path, and you can't get on the stage that way. So you have to go take the back entrance way in a way. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna heal. Let's use Wish Well. There we go. Because actually, like I said before, this is actually a missable summon tablet, what we're doing right now, because you could just go to the pier and completely skip this part, but if you do it, you actually get a summon tablet out of it. So as soon as we come down here, there's going to be cutscene that activates. Grah! There's monsters. And actually, the chandelier becomes a dragon, and he's gonna fight them. Grrrr! Don't hurt it! Please don't hurt Crystallux. This is the granddaughter that guy was asking where she was. Ah! That monster pretty much attacked the little girl. So now we have to destroy these monsters here. This, we've already fought a bunch of Dark Scuttlers, but this monster right here, Dark Devourer, he's a really strong monster, so be careful. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go cast Nova. And for Karis, I'm going to cast Shine Plasma. And I'm going to go ahead and go Beast Mode for Sveta here. Odyssey! Pack! Takes 294 damage. The Shine Plasma. And it breaks the beast within. Dark Scuttler attacks, and Karis nimbly dodges the blow. Bill is a blood curdle. Tyrell casts Nova. Boom! Dark Devourer uses Festering Rake. Did 89 damage. And if you're not careful, that can actually cause toxic poison to you. Or venom poison to you. Which, venom is a souped up version of poison, which will damage a lot more health at the end of each turn. So be careful whenever you get hit inflicted with venom. So, go ahead and use... I'm going to go ahead and... Pack defense? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Defends the whole entire party. I'm gonna go Rampage. Okay. Cast Shine Plasma. Sveta attacks. Took down the Dark Scuttler. Both the Dark Scuttlers. And now all that's left is the Dark Devourer. See, these monsters are taking a lot more of a beating. So, this is kind of getting to the point now where the game's kind of up the ante a little bit. There we go. 354 damage to finally take care of the Dark Devourer. Mastered the Beast Knuckles Savage Raptor. That's good. Dark Devourer's party is down. Got 5,675 experience points. Good. Karis geared level 30. Healing Gust. Her strongest healing move. Sveta grew to level 29, okay, that's good. And that was it. Okay. I knew the dragon was real. I mean, I knew you were real. So we have to say goodbye now? But we just met. Please take good care of the dragon. Oh, that was so sad. The poor little girl got killed by the monsters, and that's just really sad. Like I told you, this part of the game, there's a giant mood whiplash, so it gets really dark really fast. The dragon seems to want to aid Matthew in his quest, and the dragon actually becomes a summon tablet. I didn't get a chance to show off Eclipse this episode. That's okay. I think I can show them off here in a little bit. But now we've got the Summon Tablet Crystallux. To summon Crystallux, you need the following gen on standby. 3 Venus and 2 Mercury. Matthew, we should be going. And soon. Did we just bury that little girl in the cemetery? Yeah, we did. We buried the little girl in the cemetery. Oh my goodness. That's sad. But now we need to escape Belinsk. Like I said before, that was completely optional to do, but I strongly suggest going ahead and doing so, because you're missing out on a summon tablet if you don't. So,